Ready to dive in? We're talking Zodiac fusion today.
Oh, yeah. Love this stuff.
It's where like East meets West in the Zodiac.
Right, like your Western sign's the spotlight.
Exactly.
And your Chinese sign is like the backdrop.
And together, they make this totally unique picture.
Yeah, it's way more nuanced.
So much more interesting, right?
Totally.
Okay, so today we are focusing on a combo that is all about energy.
Oh, yeah. Tell me about it.
The Aries Dog.
Love it.
We're diving into excerpts from
Okay.
Aries Dog. Dynamic duo of passion and loyal doggedness. Zodiac fusion.
Catchy.
Right. And let me tell you, this source does not hold back at all.
Oh, good.
We're talking like bold Aries ruled by Mars,
Of course.
combined with a dog's total loyalty.
It's a lot.
It's intense.
Yeah, it's a vibrant mix for sure.
Okay, so picture a rocket ship.
Okay, I'm picturing it.
But it's powered by a heart of gold.
Interesting.
That's the Aries Dog,
I like it.
right? They're independent, determined, enthusiastic.
Oh, and trustworthy.
Yes.
The source really emphasizes how much they care about their close friends and family.
I bet.
They're always there to defend them with like this fierce loyalty.
It's that classic Aries energy, but,
What?
amplified
Yeah,
by the dog's protectiveness.
totally.
So they will fight for you,
Sure.
but they'll also tell you if you have something in your teeth.
Oh, yeah, no sugarcoating.
None whatsoever.
Be honest.
Right. It's that directness.
It's refreshing.
It can be.
And it comes from their sincerity and their strong values.
Totally. And that fiery passion, you
Yeah.
know, that plays into their emotional depth too.
It's not all surface level.
Right. It's not just like bubbly enthusiasm all the time.
Definitely not.
There's more to them.
Way more. I mean, the source actually says that even though Aries dogs don't always
Yeah.
express themselves super clearly,
Yeah.
their actions speak volumes.
Oh, they're more about actions than words?
Totally.
That makes sense.
Especially if you're lucky enough to be considered like one of their people,
Right.
you will feel how deeply they care, even if they don't say it out loud.
It's more about those grand gestures
Yes,
than just like, sappy pronouncements.
exactly. They show you.
They show you.
It's that courage tied to protecting their pack.
I love that.
Me too.
Their pack.
Yeah, and they're not afraid to fight for what they believe in.
Oh, for sure not.
And they can be incredibly persuasive.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Especially when it comes to defending someone they love.
Wow. They sound like they could get you on their side about anything.
Pretty much.
They sound intense.
Yeah, they're definitely not passive.
Like their actions really speak louder than words,
100%.
which when you think about it makes sense
Right.
with that Aries impulsiveness.
Totally. And the source really gets into that.
Oh, yeah.
That impulsiveness, it's not always a bad thing.
Right. It's not always just like jumping into things without thinking.
No, it's more like they have all this energy.
Oh, right.
And when it's channeled the right way,
Yeah.
it can be a real asset.
So it's less reckless and more like acting on instinct.
Yes, especially when someone they care about is involved.
That makes sense.
But we do have to acknowledge the other side of it.
What's that?
The source talks about their stubborn streak, too.
Oh, yeah.
That doggedness.
It's like they get on a path and nothing can stop them.
Exactly. And that combined with Aries impulsivity,
Oh, boy.
things can get interesting.
I bet.
It's not necessarily bad, but the people around them need to understand.
So how do you handle that then?
Handle what?
Like being in a relationship with an Aries dog,
Oh, yeah.
whether it's romantic or friendship, even at work.
Right. Well, the source says respecting their independence is key.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Trying to, control an Aries dog,
Uh-oh.
it's just not going to work.
It's like trying to control a volcano,
Basically, just embrace their passion.
even if it seems a little out there sometimes.
Exactly. And never, ever underestimate their loyalty.
Oh, yeah, they've got your back.
Always
That's a good friend to have.
the best.
Okay, so we've talked about relationships,
We have.
but what about like cosmic connections?
Oh, you mean compatibility?
Yeah, who can handle this much heat?
Right. Well, the source says elemental synergy is super important here.
Okay, remind me about the elements again.
So Aries is a fire sign, right?
Okay.
And they're ruled by Mars.
Right.
And the dog also has this really fiery, protective energy.
Just that passion and energy.
Yes. So naturally, putting an Aries dog with another fire sign,
Oh, wow.
you get some sparks.
That makes sense.
The source specifically mentions Leo,
Oh, really?
especially a Leo born in the year of the tiger.
Ooh, a power couple for sure.
Totally charismatic, courageous, unstoppable, really.
I love it.
But it's not just fire signs that work well.
No.
No, the source also mentions air signs,
Interesting, okay.
like Libra. Oh, okay.
Especially a Libra born in the year of the horse.
That's so interesting.
Why?
Well, because Libra is all about balance and harmony.
Right.
And that seems like the opposite of an Aries dog.
It does seem that way.
Right.
But the source says
Yeah.
that even though Aries dogs are super independent,
Right.
they actually need a partner who can ground them,
Oh, I see.
someone to bring that harmony.
That's interesting.
Yeah, and the horse brings its own energy too.
Oh, right. Of course.
So it's a good balance.
So they can keep up with the Aries dog.
Exactly.
Okay, so fire with fire or fire with a strong breeze?
Right?
What about the signs that should be careful?
Careful.
Yeah, like they should maybe have an escape route planned.
Oh, you mean the signs that aren't as compatible?
Yeah, exactly. Are there any big clashes?
Well, remember.
Yeah. Astrology isn't destiny.
Right, of course.
It's more about potential challenges.
Okay, so who should be a little cautious?
Well, the source mentions Taurus.
Taurus. Okay.
Especially those born in the year of the pig.
Interesting. What's the issue there?
They might clash with the Aries dog's spontaneity.
Oh, that makes sense. Taurus is more about routine,
Right, exactly. Stability.
which to an Aries dog probably sounds kind of boring.
Yeah, probably.
Like watching paint dry.
Pretty much. And then there's Virgo,
Okay, Virgo.
especially with the snake.
And what about them?
They're super analytical.
Okay.
So they might find the Aries dog's impulsiveness a little frustrating.
So it's like Virgo's planning their week out.
Right.
And Aries dog is like, I just bought us tickets to Fiji.
Something like that.
Amazing.
But again, it's not about things being impossible.
Right. It's just about communication,
Exactly.
understanding each other.
Yes, and being open to different ways of being.
That's important in any relationship, right?
Absolutely.
No matter what your signs are.
Totally.
Okay, so speaking of different ways of being,
Yeah.
earlier you mentioned that the source talks about careers
Oh, yes.
that work well with the Aries dog's energy.
Yeah.
So what kind of jobs are we talking about here?
Well, think about their best qualities.
Okay, let's see. Energy, leadership, courage, protectiveness.
Exactly.
They sound like they're meant to make a difference.
That's a good way to put it.
Really?
Yeah, the source says they thrive in fields where they can be in charge
Okay.
and where they're constantly challenged.
So not your typical 9-to-5 desk job.
Definitely not more like, hold my calls, I'm off to direct a movie.
That's amazing.
Right.
I love it.
They crave purpose.
It's like that fire within them needs an outlet.
Exactly. They need to channel it into something real.
So what kind of jobs are we talking about specifically?
Well, the source mentions entrepreneurs,
Makes sense.
activists, first responders, athletes, artists, even performers.
It's like they're not afraid to be the center of attention.
And they're not afraid of hard work either.
Right. It's all about having a passion and going for it.
100%.
It's inspiring, honestly.
It is. It really is. And the source actually takes it even further.
Oh, really? Oh.
Well, they list some famous Aries dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, like real people who embody this energy.
Okay, I need to know who's on this list.
Right. Well, how about Akira Kurosawa?
The director.
Yes, the one and only.
Wow. That's a good one.
Right. Think about those samurai films he made.
So intense.
Exactly. All that passion and precision.
It's like he poured his whole heart into his work.
Totally. And it paid off like he's a legend.
Absolutely. Gotcha.
Okay. Let's switch gears completely.
Okay.
Doris Day.
America's sweetheart.
The one and only.
I love her.
She had that Aries dog charm in spades.
Oh, totally. She was so talented. So
Wasn't-
driven.
And she always stood up for what she believed in.
Especially when it came to animals.
She was a true advocate.
Okay, this list is amazing. Anyone else?
How about someone more modern?
Okay.
Seth Rogen.
Oh, wow. That's perfect.
Right. He's hilarious.
And he's not afraid to be himself at all.
Totally marches to the beat of his own drum.
Just like an Aries dog.
Exactly.
Okay, give me one more.
All right, how about Constance Wu?
Yes.
Amazing, right? So good.
Breaking down barriers in Hollywood.
And she's using her voice to advocate for others.
That's that Aries dog courage shining through.
I love it. It's so cool to see the Zodiac combo in action.
Right. It's not just about abstract ideas.
Yeah, it's like real people making a difference.
Exactly. And it just goes to show you
What?
this unique blend of energies, it can lead to amazing things.
So inspiring.
It really is. And you know what?
What?
It makes you think about who else out there could be an Aries dog.
Right. Maybe someone listening right now.
Exactly. They could be the next big name on this list.
I love that idea. But it's also bigger than just fame, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It's about how our Western and Eastern signs,
Yeah.
they work together to influence who we are.
It's like having this cosmic blueprint, you know? Right. It gives you insights into your strength, your challenges.
And your potential.
Yes. It's all connected.
It is. And whether you're an Aries dog or not.
Yeah.
It's so valuable to understand these influences.
Absolutely. It's like having this whole new layer of self-awareness.
Exactly. And it can be so empowering.
Okay, so as we wrap up here,
Yes.
I encourage everyone listening to look up their own zodiac fusion.
See what energies are at play for you.
Yes, and think about what it all means for you.
It's a journey of self-discovery.
It really is.
And we're all in it together.
That's a great note to end on. Thank you so much for this deep dive.
Of course, it was my pleasure.
This was so fascinating, and for everyone listening, until next time, keep exploring. And remember,
Yes.
the stars may guide us, but ultimately, we choose our own destinies.
Love it.